changed the way Hollywood made television, and you were there from day one. When did you realize that it was so revolutionary?
So I was a big fan of the British one. So they said, okay, now NBC's making The Office. Do you want to go to an audition? And I'm like, yeah, I'll go, but we'll shoot the pilot and that's it. I'm not going to quit my day job because we're going to mess it up. America's going to mess it up. They hired the whole cast, but the lead wasn't cast yet. Steve Carell wasn't cast yet. They were looking at 4 other guys, and they were all wonderful, but they weren't Steve. And I was like, ah. And then whatever Steve was doing, it fell through, and he was available. And then they said, oh, Steve Carell will be the lead. And that's when I first thought, we have a shot.
Yeah.
We have a shot at this, because Steve is incredible.
How was that dynamic of working with everyone on stage? Was it, or on that set, was it almost immediate, or did it take some time to sort of get everybody's quirks and funny bits? And
No, it was great. It was the writing was great, and everyone was pretty old when we got the part, except for John and Jenna, and they were still like they weren't children,
right.
You know. So everybody was happy to be there, knew how lucky they were to be there, so they appreciated it. And Steve is a very normal, regular guy, and so is Greg Daniels. So there's no shenanigans, because you can't be a diva when the head guy is normal.
Yeah,
you have to be cool, so everybody's cool.
The cap's already down here. So
everybody's cool. Everyone's like, you can't be crazy.
Chris Paul, I'm not a huge basketball fan, but I know that you got paired up with Chris Paul to do the State Farm commercials. Was that a moment of like, I remember you walking in, I was like, that's Oscar. That's Oscar. I know who that is.
But I like it now. I love Chris Paul. I went out to do a bowling thing in Houston for his foundation.
Because I know that you did Groundlings. I'm working my way through UCB.
You're doing comedy?
Yeah.
Can that
Julio,
work for you?
Yay.
No, Marta, don't encourage him. We don't want him to go down the path.
No?
That will. I'm kidding.
I love
UCB is great, dude.
You're great in everything that you do, but now you're doing this I Love Lucy project. It's stage production, but it's completely different from every other play.
That's a radio stage production.
You know, Lucy and Ricky introduced America to a multi-ethnic couple, and the show almost never got made. What he did.
That's what it's about.
What
you just said.
That's what the show's about.
It's so, and about how he got the rights. It's very cool, and I love that era too. So yeah, that's what it's about.
If you had the opportunity to remake I Love Lucy, what would you change, if anything?
No, I would leave it as it is. It's great. They're funny, the dynamic. It's not so much yes, he's Cuban, he happens to be Cuban, but it's not a big deal. Nothing should be a big deal. Whatever you are shouldn't be a big deal.
You're not a Latino actor, you're an actor who's Latino.
That's right. And when I saw Ricky, I'm like, oh, he's funny. Oh my God. So he got theaters. I'm like, yeah, that's what my parents sound like. Whatever. He's a funny guy and he's talented and that's cool. But the guy who I really wanted to be, and who I was like, oh, this is what I want to do, was on the Carol Burnett show. There was a guy named Harvey Korman. And he would do this bit where they would be doing a sketch already. They would be on stage, and then he would make an entrance. And when he came in to do the entrance, to be in the sketch, the people would laugh, and he would break and go and bow. And he'd like coming, and then he'd do this, like, he would bow, and then they would be like waiting for him. And when he would do that, my dad would lose it. He would be watching my dad's like, they are waiting for him. He can't do that. He go, but no, Oscar, they are waiting for him, but no, he go and he bow, and come on. And I'm like, oh my God, he's breaking the fourth wall. My dad's not really mad at him, but he's laughing.
He's into it. Yeah,
he's into it, and then I'm like, oh, this is really cool what that guy's doing, Harvey. So that was the guy that I was like, I want to do that. I don't care what that guy is. Whatever he's doing, that's what I want to do.
Thank you so much for coming, Oscar. Like, it was such a pleasure having you here, and you're such a great actor and so well known by everyone.
Well, thank you.
And it's a pleasure. So Ron and I are going to come see you at the play. It's July 12th through the 15th. And Julio, I think you're coming too?
Yeah, we'll split the Uber.
Love it, love it. Okay, if you're one of the 10 people who hasn't seen The Office, find it and binge it. Same goes for The Proposal. If you're in the LA area, get to UCLA and see Oscar Nunez as Desi Arnaz in I Love Lucy, A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Sitcom. And check him out on Twitter at Oscar Nunez LA. Our next guest is juggling 2 breakout roles at the same time. She's joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe as the new female lead on Netflix's Luke Cage. If that's not enough, she's playing the role of Whitney Houston in BET's The Bobby Brown Story. She's an actress, singer, writer, producer, comedian. Who is she? Find out when we come back. I'm Marta Bloom.
And I'm Julio Macias.
For What's Hot in Hollywood, from the top of Hollywood, this is Hollywood on Top.